All right, greetings from Connecticut, everybody. Thank you for joining us today. I hope it's been great for the past few hours. So just a little bit of background on me. My name is Rachel Lyons, and I'm the Director of Strategic Partnerships of Space for Humanity. And Space for Humanity is a nonprofit organization founded to send 10,000 diverse individuals into space over the next decade. So ask any child what they want to be when they grow up, and astronaut is typically in the top 3 answers. Children are unhindered by reality and grow up believing that they can go to space. Next slide, please. As they grow into young adults, this quickly fades. Reality sets in. They realize that they cannot go to space. Why is that? Well, they look at the numbers and they realize how unlikely this is. Next slide, please. Less than 600 people have been to space in all of human history. On average, it costs about $40 million a person to send them to the ISS. And you're more likely to be a billionaire or a Nobel Prize winner than to go to space. Next slide, please. However, we are at the beginning of a momentous change in human history. For the first time in 60 years of human spaceflight, a broad new class of affordable suborbital spaceflight vehicles has emerged. These vehicles will reduce the cost for human-rated suborbital space launch by about 99.5% when compared to the current NASA costs to put someone on the ISS. So, next slide, please. Yep. There's a few different organizations who are working on this. There's Virgin Galactic. Have you guys heard of Virgin Galactic? Yes. Blue Origin and Worldview, which is working on stratospheric balloons. So in Blue Origin, you board a capsule which is on top of a rocket. Next slide, please. And the Blue Origin capsule has the largest windows in all of the space industry. And so in that capsule, you'll ride the space with 5 other citizen astronauts. So you'll launch from the Blue Origin spaceflight facility in West Texas. Next slide, please. Once you reach space, the capsule will detach and you experience several minutes of weightlessness, about 15 to 18 minutes. Next slide, please. And you'll look down on the planet below you with the dark sky above you. Next slide, please. And ultimately, the reason, the philosophy behind why we're doing this is the overview effect. And the overview effect is the documented cognitive shift in awareness that occurs to astronauts when they go to space. And they actually experience the planet as a whole. And they experience its fragility and its beauty and the interconnectedness of everything on it all at once. And time again, these astronauts come back down with a newfound care for humanity and a new passion for taking care of our planet as well. And so this is what we're out to spread in this world right now. And after that experience, we'll return softly to Earth via parachutes.
Parachute slide.
Yeah, parachutes. And yeah, can you go to the Lamborghini slide now? So these advances are incredibly exciting, but they still carry the same problem. The average cost of a ticket is close to $200,000. Worldview is about $100K. Virgin Galactic is around $200K, and Blue Origin is around $300K. And that's the entry price of a Lamborghini. So this $200,000 is essentially for a one-day adventure, and it's therefore basically unaffordable to everyone except for the top 1% of the 1%. So despite all of these advances, space is still not accessible. Next slide, please. What about the rest of humanity? There's more than 7 billion people on this planet, and almost none of them can afford this. Is space just going to be a playground for the ultra-rich? No. I think that space should be opened up for all of humanity. Next slide, please. Do you remember that little girl from the beginning of the presentation? Well, she grew up, and that dream never died. Next slide, please. She still wants to go to space. Her name is Marie, and she's a cancer survivor, and she's already applied to become a citizen astronaut with Space for Humanity. Next slide. Changing underlying mindset is at the heart of Space for Humanity. Our nonprofit was founded to ensure that anyone can go to space. We are accepting applications from people all over the world: artists, writers, teachers, musicians, parents, grandparents. And what we offer is the experience of the overview effect. Next slide, please. So this is what our program looks like. It begins with a citizen astronaut selection, and following that, we'll be putting each astronaut through a leadership training program where they'll be being prepared for their space flight, and they'll also be being prepared for the impact that they're going to be making in the world afterwards. And after they develop that social impact program, they'll be having the flight experience. The flight experience is just the capstone of that, so it really just sets everything in stone that they're creating. And then after that flight experience, they come back down and they carry out that ambassadorship. So during the social impact program, they'll each be selecting the communities they want to impact and how they want to do so. And so for each person, that might look different. They might want to go and public speak places, or maybe they'll want to go and share their art or music, or maybe they're really passionate about students and they'll go to classrooms. But for each individual person, we'll give them the tools to be successful so that they can really share that perspective on the broadest scale possible. Next slide, please. So to reiterate, the flight experience itself is the capstone and the catalyst of change. The overview effect is known for changing how a person perceives the Earth, the environment, humanity, borders, and their local community. It changes the way people relate to each other and the way they relate to living on the planet. Next slide, please. Space for Humanity is a social impact training program cemented into place by the overview effect. We want our citizen astronauts to return to Earth, share their experience, and incite lasting change around the world. Space for Humanity's training program prepares our ambassadors to return to their community and take action. Applicants craft their ambassadorship early in the process. We provide ongoing mentorship, training, and financial resources to maximize their success. What would you do once you went to space? How would going to space change you? Next slide, please. So this is not simply about sending people into space. It's about changing lives and empowering people to share that perspective with the world. Next slide, please. In addition to democratizing the commercial spaceflight industry, we believe that our program will seed the world with better ideas. Our history as a civilization up until this point has been defined by a lack of perspective. And we believe that space will fundamentally change this. Next slide, please. So if you are inspired by our mission and you want to get involved, there's a number of ways that you can do that. And first and foremost, apply to go to space. Go onto our website, upload a short. Right now we take video applications, and soon we'll be taking written applications as well. Just we want to know who you are and how you would want to use your trip to make an impact. We're also seeking mentors and trainers for our citizen astronauts. If you're an expert in your field, get in touch with us. If you work for a corporation and you want to tie that brand to human spaceflight, you can sponsor one of our astronauts as well. And we're also seeking volunteers from around the world to support our program. Next slide, please. And thank you. And if you guys want to get in touch or want to get involved in any way, feel free to send me an email as well. It's not on here, but my email is rachel@spaceforhumanity.org.
Thanks so much.